So Lasse, please explain blockchain for dummies. What are they?
Blockchains are actually a world computer where you can run any kind of application that you want, just as you run applications on your own personal computer. And the applications that have been run most so far have been financial applications like cryptocurrencies, financial transactions, financial contracts, and so on. But the important thing about blockchains is that there is no downtime because there are tens of thousands of computers running your application. And most importantly, you no longer need to trust the hardware that you run your applications on, because even if some of them in the global network get hacked or infected by a virus, the remaining computers in the network keep on running your application in the correct way. So that is the true innovation of blockchains.
So where will we see blockchains being used in the future?
Right now, there's a lot of development in blockchains happening in financial applications. And one of the barriers for blockchains so far has been the volatility of the cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin and Ether. And over the past year, a lot of new projects have popped up in the stable coin space. So these are cryptocurrencies that are stable compared to $1 or compared to €1. And once we get these new stable coins and once they get adoption, we will unlock blockchain potential in areas like retail payments and in the $200 trillion debt market of the world, and also in financial inclusion of the 2 billion people today who do not have bank accounts. They will now for the first time be able to access financial services from around the world just by using a simple smartphone.
So please explain, what is a ledger when we refer to blockchains?
So when a blockchain is a world computer, we can imagine that we can also have a world database or a world ledger. And so every time we run an application or we record a transaction, it is recorded in this global world ledger. So for instance, we can see all transactions that have ever happened in Bitcoin since 2009 when Bitcoin started. So most of these blockchains actually have a very high degree of transparency, and there are tools that people use to track transactions on blockchains that do this much more efficiently than what we can do in the normal bank transfer system.
So you are singing the praise of blockchains, but aren't there any risks connected to them?
Right now there's a big volatility risk because the cryptocurrencies are quite unstable. So if you get your salary in Bitcoin today, if you're unlucky, it will be worth half in a month, or it might be worth twice as much in a month. You don't really know. So that is one risk of having value on blockchains today. But we are now seeing more and more types of assets getting tokenized, which means they will be represented in a digital format on a blockchain ledger. So we will get tokenized stocks, tokenized bonds, tokenized real estate, tokenized commodities like gold, and of course tokenized national currencies, which is really the stable coins that I mentioned previously.